Hello economists, the purpose of this short video is one in a series of revision videos I'm creating for my economics students. The purpose of this little video is to make sure you can explain the impacts on consumer and producer surplus in a monopoly market structure where one firm has total control over the market and therefore the price. Okay, let's start off by just drawing our market. So we've got price, we've got quantity, and we've got an equilibrium. So we just draw a demand. And why don't we change the color for supply? Supply, so this is a monopoly market we're working towards, but we're starting off with equilibrium, which, as we know, we just work it out from the intersection of the demand and supply curve. So that's PE, and this is QE. Alrighty, so in this market, we've got allocative efficiency. We've not got any intervention in the market so far. So therefore, our consumer surplus, as we know, sits between the equilibrium price and the demand curve, because at these points, there are some consumers that would be prepared to pay for the product at a higher price point, but everyone's paying the equilibrium price. So if we just colour in that area, we know that that is our consumer surplus. And then the opposite, we know, is the producer surplus, where there are some points on the supply curve where suppliers would be prepared to supply this good at lower price points, but they're receiving also the equilibrium price. So this is what we call our producer surplus in a free market without that's operating in a state of perfect competition. Alrighty, so then say this is actually a monopoly market. That's what we're looking at. So in a monopoly market, the one firm that has 100% of the market power can set their price, and it's not at the equilibrium position where you've got allocative efficiency. It's at the price that they choose to sell it at. So we call that P monopoly, right? So, and this is the quantity monopoly. So one firm selling for a higher than the equilibrium price at a quantity that they choose to produce at. So therefore, if you look at your original consumer surplus in the yellow and producer surplus in the red, you can then overlay that to say that this is the loss of social surplus. Okay, so we are not operating at allocative efficiency at the equilibrium. We are operating at the monopoly price and quantity. So the loss of social surplus is therefore this area there. So if you were doing that in an exam, you might label the little the little triangles or shapes as A, B, C, D, E to make it clearer. But in this, I'm just illustrating this to show you the loss of social surplus in monopoly in a colourful sense.